Hi, everybody. This is Spirit Medium Laura. Yeah, so I decided that since the world is suffering so much right now, I would use this time for those that are participating to send healing, not only to themselves, but also out to the world. So tonight we're going to focus in on healing. I will do some channeling, mediumship messages, so on and so forth. Uh, and I'm going to be adding a new focus to this kind of an event. I changed the name, Evolve to Joy, because it's all about evolution, everybody, moving from healing to happiness, but evolution. There is a website for this particular broadcast. And the website is spiritmediumtv.com. And there, what I'm saying is explained. So I am a trans channel medium. I'm also accredited and I do evidential research work with a nonprofit organization about the other side. In other words, I'm a research medium. I would like to, during this Evolve to Joy type of venue, help people with shifts and help people shift with a channel vibration download. Also, we'll be doing meditations, we'll be doing messages, we'll be doing mediumship, we'll be doing a whole bunch of things. And I want to remind people that when you do participate in this, it's not so much about me giving you messages, it's more about you evolving, learning how to take an active role in your life. Whatever it is, when I'm doing mediumship, that's a little different. I'm looking for evidence from the other side. When I'm helping you on your life, it's about you learning how to activate your own power. And that's what Evolution to Joy is about. It's all about activating your own power. So if you would like to, since nobody's looking, I don't know, nobody's here yet, but anyway, if you'd like to get a reading, this is how to do it, or get a message. I'd rather call it a message than a reading. You have to email psychicmediumlaura@gmail.com. And in the subject line, put your phone number, and that will allow me to call you. Okay, I'll call you on your phone. That's again, we have a few more people. Get a reading, email psychicmediumlaura@gmail.com. In the subject line, put your phone number. But first, I'm going to do a channeled message about evolution to joy, whatever it is that they want to say. But them, the ones that watch over us, seem to be talking a lot these days about evolution. And as well, I'm going to include an energy download, meaning that you will experience a shift in your vibration, moving it up higher to more activation of your own light body, so that you may participate in greater joy in your own lives, creating joy. Thank you for whoever's saying thumbs up on this. Oh, Chrissy Marie, hi there. Diana, hi there, honey. I got your message. I think I saw Shelley, hi there. Apparently you shared it. I appreciate that. And I did see somebody up there, but I can't get back to them. I will be looking there a little bit more during our time together. So I hope to be working with you for about an hour. Again, just let me say, if you'd like to be in the queue, you have to send me an email for, I shouldn't be using the word reading, it's more like a message. Again, I do channeling, I do mediumship, and I do everything really. So it's psychicmediumlaura@gmail.com, and in the subject line, put your phone number so I could see that easily. I already have a few people who've signed up because they're on my mailing list. And if you do that, I will add you to my mailing list. If you don't want to be on my mailing list, you can get off very easily, or you can just simply say in this email you send me, don't put me on. But I do a lot of, I do send out hopefully information that's helpful to you so that you can evolve to joy. So Let's see what I should do. Well, first I'm going to just say hello to some people there. Shelley, and I guess that's the last one that's written anything. Hi, everybody. Uh, yeah. So what we're going to talk tonight about is we're going to do well, I'm going to do a little bit of channeling. Then I'm going to go to healing. Want to know from people that are in the that are listening or whatever watching, is anybody is scared right now, frightened in the current virus environment that we're in? Anybody want to say anything about that? Does anybody have any concern or empathy for those that are fighting this war? Perhaps there's people isolated in particular hospital wards in critical condition on respirators. They're alone. They can't even see their loved ones. They're probably in a lot of pain as well when you think about it. Other thing, some other people are in terrible pain because they've lost their jobs, or if it's a small business or a gig worker or a non-essential business going completely out of business. Many companies are going to go bankrupt, and many people are not going to have the job they had before. So that's another area that you and I, we can send a healing to. So first, let me do a little bit of channeling about this evolution that's going on right now, because it's more than just you and I getting what we want out of life. It's also this evolution and this sort of revolution we're in right now with the advent of such a, shall we say, apocalypse. This is a time for clearing out the old to make room for the new, and whatever that new world is can be a little frightening because right now we all don't know. So that's what I'm trying to address here at the beginning of the show. First, opening your minds through a channeling. Let's see what they give us, the divine beings that will be coming in, and then let's do the healing meditation, and then I will be calling people for individual messages. Okay, so let's go to a channeled message. And I also want to say that when you listen to these messages, there is a shift in your vibration, because when they come in, the divine beings that come in, they're shifting our energy as we hear things. And that's not a stretch for me to say that, because every time we hear new ideas, we are shifting our vibration. And if these ideas are clearing and cleansing and elevating, then certainly we are raising our vibration. Bear with me for a moment. We are here. Good evening. We are the ones. We work with spirit medium Laura on healing her heart and healing her mission. Her mission is to come to Earth to evolve others and herself to higher levels of joy. What we mean by joy is understanding that you are not separate, that you are connected to other beings. You are connected to light beings as well. You are not alone from the light. You are connected to the light. Each and every one of you has incarnated to the earth form so that you would experience a reconnection to the light, to what we call the other side, or the spirit realm, or a realm of higher vibration, a realm of idealization, and a realm of higher beauty, honor, and spirit. This is the world of spirit of which we come. However, we do not reside in the areas that one would consist of human souls. We are coming from an area higher than that, where the vibration is less physical or less remembering of physical. However, we have, each of us, experienced at least one earth lifetime. So we understand the trials and the tribulations of being in the human form. And although at times you may feel it is a trial, it is a tribulation to be so isolated from each other, we do not mean only for what is going on earth now, but we also mean that each human is captured, their essence, in a form, a body, so to speak, that appears to be separate from other forms. We are here always to remind you that while you may seem spiritually separate, you are not. You are connected. You are connected on an etheric level. There's an etheric film or an energy film that goes between each form that you call human bodies. We would like to say to you that this connection, therefore, means that if someone is hurting, if someone is in pain, it is also your pain, and vice versa. Your pain is our pain. We feel your pain. We want to assist you in every way possible, every way that we can. For example, this evening we will be speaking about the soul and purpose, how you can align with your purpose. The more you align with yourself, your purpose, your authenticity, and who you truly are, the more you will understand the magic of being. You will understand the power of spirit. For as you align with your deepest essence, you have aligned with the highest vibration possible for you in human form. Your deepest essence is your soul. This is the part of you that reaches out to others in empathy. Your soul is the feeling aspect of yourself. This is the part of you that allows you to experience empathy, feeling, understanding, compassion, not only for self, but also for others. We ask now that you reach in deeply to your own feeling nature. Each of you feel into yourself, your heart. We will give you an idea now to focus on. Imagine people who are now very ill, that are in critical care, that have perhaps moments left to live. They are isolated. There's no one there to speak to them. Family members are not allowed in because they are in a contamination ward. Imagine for a moment the suffering that these individuals have. Now imagine that you are like us, a beautiful angel. Imagine that you are going in to that room in your etheric form, your energy form. Imagine that you are seated beside the heart and the soul of one of these individuals. Choose a place, choose a location, choose a person now. Someone will appear to you. Imagine you are seated next to this person. Hold his or her hand. Imagine that you are gazing into their eyes. Even though their eyes may be closed, imagine that you can see them and they can see you. And now send them with every ounce of your being a beautiful current of love energy. Send it from your heart chakra into theirs. Breathe deeply into their soul, giving them all of the love that you have, all of the compassion that you have. Watch them respond. Watch them absorb. As you notice, they are now able to either release from the physical form and go to spirit, or they are now recovering and getting well. The choice is them and their own soul, not yours. You're simply observing. And as you see completion in this act, now take back your etheric form. Bring it back into the room you are in. Allow it to remain steady in your own form now. You have now achieved a shift in vibration. For as you have given to another, so you have given to yourself. You are now experiencing what it is to be a guide and a healer for another. This is not impossible for you. You have come to earth to do this. Each and every one of you is extremely powerful and extremely special. Honor yourself with love today. Honor yourself with understanding your own gifts of healing. Each of you is extraordinary. Each of you is a soul. Namaste. There's a lot more healing that we can give others, but we'll just stay with that for now. The next thing, since we did the meditation and the channeling all together, the next thing I wanted to do is now talk about getting messages. So as I mentioned a few times, if you want to be in the queue for a message, go to psychicmediumlaura@gmail.com. In the subject line, put your phone number. And as I also mentioned, I'm a trans-channel medium, an accredited evidential research medium. I work with people every day on helping them heal their hearts and evolve to joy. This is what my charter on earth is. And I also want, as I mentioned earlier, to reach out to all of you and send you love during these difficult times. Send you love and assure you that everything is going to be fine. Everything is going to be just fine. And I hope that the channeling was a message for you to let you know how special you are, how divine you are. Okay, so let me just see if anybody has sent me an email for messages. I guess people are a little shy. They don't see anything. I already have some people, so I'll just go to those people. But let me remind you, if you are curious, if you do want, again, just email me, psychicmediumlaura@gmail.com. In the subject line, put your phone number. And let's see what we do. I'm going to go to someone who is wanting, oh, there's a whole bunch of people. I do want to do this before I go to the phone lines. Hi, Missy. Hi, Chrissy. I think I already said hi. Amber. Hi, 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 hi. Hi, Amy. Missy, Chrissy, Shelly, Diana. I said hello to Diana before, and I'll say hello again. Hi, Shelly. Hi, Amy. Chrissy, Nathaniel. Hey, Nathaniel. Hi. Okay. So let me open up the phone lines to Sandy W., who said she wanted mediumship. Hey, Christina. Christina? Okay. She wants to know. There's a great, there's a channeled article on my website called Isolate to Create. And I'm going to be doing a lot more channeling lately. It's kind of like the first thing that I did when I got into all this stuff. And I just been directed to do that by Spirit. You want to see the article, just go to my website. Spirit Medium TV is a page on my website. Spirit Medium TV is a page on my website, and you can find the article Isolate to Create channeled material there. Hopefully I get this person, Sandy W. Sometimes people forget. And I believe she's wanting another side connection.
Hello?
Hey, Sandy, this is Spirit Medium Laura.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good, honey. How are you?
Staying at home.
Yeah, I know, all of us. That's one of the reasons why I did this, is because this show, I came back to doing it again, is because, I mean, what else are we all going to do? We got to connect somehow, right?
Exactly.
I mean, we're all going crazy. How many special movies, how many Lifetime movies can you watch?
Exactly.
All right. So I'm going to be doing mediumship with you. It is being recorded, and you are in front of an audience, although nobody can see you and they don't know your last name. So there's a certain amount of anonymity here. Okay. So,
Okay.
all right. So you'll be able to listen to this on my Facebook page. I don't know if you're familiar with that or not, or even how you came to find this. How did you find it anyway?
I get your email.
Oh, okay. You're all right. Good. All right. So the first thing we're going to do is, I forgot to do this. I could do it with you and with everybody else. I forgot to do my psychic connection exercise. So everybody listening, and Sandy W., Yes, Sandy W. Please sit back, uncross your arms and legs. Start to breathe from your abdomen, breathing in deeply. And on the exhale, letting go of any and all tension, any weariness you feel, any sadness. If you're wanting another side connection, call in those souls now, being open to who does show up. If you have a life question, focus on that as well. While you're doing that, I'm going to go off and invoke the Master Prayer. I'll be back in a second. And now on your next exhale of breath, please release into your space your energy, and I will connect us. One moment, please. So I feel that there's a young male around you from the spirit realm. Would you have a son or someone like that that's in the spirit realm that you're thinking of, please?
No.
Okay. Well, I do feel a male to you very clearly. So if it's not your son, it's somebody else's son. And I don't know, I'm going to look around you to see who else is there. All right. But if he wants to develop, we will allow him to develop, because maybe you're supposed to be the intermediary to bring in some, to tell somebody something. I hope that you're open to that, Sandy. But let me just see what else is around you. Somebody in the spirit realm is saying you're a very spiritual person, but right now you have a lot of self-esteem issues. Your feelings about yourself right now are not very good, and that you need to get going on some aspect of yourself in your life right now, and you're thinking and pondering about what's next. Somebody in the spirit realm is giving you this message, and I'm giving it to you now because that'll help me connect with whoever it is, who's behind it, if you will. Okay? Okay. It feels like a female behind this, as if it's a mother or a mothering type to you. I'm going to develop it a little bit more because we all have at least a grandmother, but let me just see who it is. Okay, I heard all that before. Please step forward. Mom wants to speak with you. Okay, please step forward. Okay, so presenting before me is a female. And it looks like she would have carried a little extra weight on her form. Remember, I said this could be a mother or a mother figure. So we're going to develop it a little bit, and then we can see if you can validate. Okay. Okay. And one of the things she's showing me is that her stomach is very blown up, like as if that would mean to me it's more than just carrying excess weight. There's a problem in that area health-wise. Okay, that's why it's swollen. That's how she's showing it to me. She also shows that she would have had dark brown hair or brown hair. It looks dark to me, and it's on the shorter side. It does not mean that it was that way when she transitioned. It could have been, but I just see it that way now, which would mean that the original hair color would have been brown, and maybe she dyed it as she got older. I can only tell you what I'm seeing. Now, would you understand so far what I'm talking about? Does this make sense to you? For anyone you would know, please, I'll continue.
Yeah.
And she says something about four of you, that there were 4 children that she had. Would you understand that, please?
Yeah.
Okay, and then she's holding a baby right now. I don't know why. I don't know if that's symbolic of who's on Earth, or if I'll have to find out. I can find out if she continues. But she is showing me that she has children, but you already said that she said 4, and you understand 4 people were under her before she transitioned. She had 4 births of her own, she says, 4 children of her own. There are several other children, however, because there's like grandchildren and offspring from there. Well, you would understand that, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, and she loves her children very much. You, in particular, were her favorite, or one of her favorites. She giggles a little bit because she says she did not like to tell you that when she was on Earth. Would you understand, please?
Yeah.
Okay, she's very caring, simple, very simple in her ways and her outlook. Her health was good at the time of her transition, except for one thing and only one thing. This is what caused the area of the abdomen to become distended and swollen. So what she's saying in that is that overall she had good health, but one thing happened in her health that caused the transition. It's not like she had many different things going on with her health. Does that make sense, please?
Yeah.
All right. So she's going to give us a little more detail on that, what it is with her stomach and all upset stomach all the time, couldn't hold food down for quite a long time, was unable to digest, the serious issues in the abdomen, particularly in the colon. Does that make sense to you, please?
Yes, yes.
Colon is I believe it's the colon is the main problem. That creates a problem in the whole digestive tract. But I'm going to let her show me a little more if she wants to. Otherwise, we can go on to something else. I let them tell me, what they want to show. Okay, is there a new? She's jumping around a little bit. Okay, let me go back to that. There's a lot of problems, gastrointestinal. Okay, you already said that, please. Couldn't hold food down. They tried to help her hold food down with a feeding tube. Do you remember that, please, Sandy?
No, no.
Okay. Do you remember that she couldn't hold food down, love?
Yeah.
All right. I guess they didn't really need to give her a feeding tube then because of what was going on, but let me just see. You want to talk about it, Mom? All right, we heard that already. I believe there's a tumor in her colon. Do you know that, please, Sandy?
I'm not sure.
Okay. But you did understand all the symptoms.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of bloating in that area, and you remember that as well, right?
Yeah.
So she's saying there's a tumor in the colon that causes the problem. That's what primarily was the problem, according to her. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Now, are you having a health problem right now, Sandy?
Not that I'm aware of.
Okay, because you coughed, and nowadays coughing could be lethal. It's not just a cough anymore. Okay, there was something else she was showing me. This baby she's holding, it's not in spirit. I think it's symbolic of a child that was recently born into the family, like a grandchild or something like that. And I also hear boy. Has somebody recently given birth to a child in the family, please?
No, not that I'm aware of.
Okay, are there grandchildren to her?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is there a little boy?
Yeah.
Okay. And she says he's younger than the other ones. He came most recently. So the last child born was a boy. Is that correct, please?
Yeah.
Okay. And she loves him very, very much. He's her favorite, very special to her. I believe she transitioned before he came to Earth. Would you know that, please?
That I'm not sure of.
Okay, something to check on, but I think that's why she's bringing him to our attention, that she loves him so much. She gives him big hugs and big kisses. And she does it when he's at night when he's asleep alone. He doesn't know what's going on, but she loves him. She's just visiting with him to say hello. She says, you have a sister who's a little older than you, and that it would have been from her line down. Would you understand, please?
Yeah.
Okay, and your sister's a very kind person also, and looks a little more like your mother than you do, although you're very beautiful and you have your own distinctive features. But she showed me your hair is like a little bit more auburnish or reddish. But she says that your oldest sister, one a little older than you, takes after mom a little bit more. Would that make sense to you, please?
Yeah.
Okay, she says you're such a kind and loving person. She says she loves you so much. Please give everybody her regards. Kisses and hugs, and please take care of yourselves for me. You have a brother, I'm assuming, because she has a message for your brother. You have a brother, honey?
Yeah.
Tell him tell him he's going to be all right. He just needs to take care of himself better. I'll give you what she means by that. He's not taking care of himself right now. It's like money is an issue for him. Money will get better. She's just encouraging him that money will get better for him and to not despair. So it's a message of hope for him. Okay, my dear?
Okay.
All right, sweetie. Thank you so much, Sandy. I appreciate your patronage.
Thank you.
Thank you, honey. Bye-bye. Okay. Okay, we're going to go to, well, let me just remind people, let me just double check and see who's waiting in the queue, if there is anybody who's written me. There are a couple. Okay, we got Chrissy, and we've got Nathaniel. We also have Amy, who is ahead of them, and there may be other people, who knows. All righty then. That's good. I do have somebody else who's waiting. That's Diana. Okay, so let me go to Diana.
Hi, Laura.
Hi, how are you? How are you holding up?
Okay.
Mm. Diana, thank you so much for emailing me and your interest in having a mediumship connection. For the sake of clarity, I want everybody to know that I've actually worked with Diana before. And usually we bring in one person for her. We'll see who comes through today. I think we had one other person show up as well once. Do you have a brother in spirit, Diana?
I don't.
You do?
No.
Yeah. He's there. He was popping before out, actually. He's telling me to say hello. Let me just see who else. I know that your husband is there.
Yeah.
Let's see. I guess he's the one you most want to speak with, but let's just see who else is there. And as I need to, and I need to remind you and everyone else that when one of the reasons it occurred to me, I never said this to Diana yet, Diana, one of the reasons that we don't try to bring in a soul over and over again, aside from us enabling you to become addicted to this, is that we have to let the vibration build up again. Because if we keep bringing in the same soul, it loses its energy for connection. So that's
Sure.
something to think of. Although, I think we've let some time pass. So let's see what's going on. Well, I'm going to see if your brother will come through, and then we'll see what else we could do with this.
I don't have a brother.
Oh, I thought you said you did. Okay. Well, then maybe it's
No.
maybe it's your husband. Then it feels like a brother. It's a peer energy to you that's male. Let's develop this. Well, I already know that he passed of a heart issue, right? Is that correct, honey? I believe it was
Yes.
sudden, right?
Yep.
And he was something you do in bed at home. I don't believe you were around at the moment when it happened. Would you understand, please?
No, I was.
Okay. It was because I'm getting in bed alone at the time. Do you know anything about that? Please, can you validate?
He was in bed, but I was with him.
Okay. And other than that, okay, got it. Okay, in bed. You took care of me as best you could. He says that you even tried to resuscitate him or help him in some way. He shows, and I'll tell you what he's showing me, that you tried to lift his head up, kind of so he could get air into his lungs easier. It's not like you did artificial, what do they call that, mouth-to-mouth resuscitation. I don't mean that, but he shows me you're trying to make him comfortable, and you prop him up in the bed. Would you remember that, please? Yes, no, maybe?
Yes.
Okay. You're caring about him. You don't know what to do. You're frantic at the time. I do feel you called 911, or he's showing me that. I'm assuming you did. That would be the normal thing to do. Yes?
Yes.
Okay. You couldn't get anyone right away. It was a long wait. It was a long wait. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah. Now, let me see something. Do you mean, I'm asking him, that she couldn't get anybody to even answer the phone right away? I'm asking him, honey. This is evidence. Yeah, you waited a long time on hold before you actually could speak to someone. And then after that, it still took a long time. So you were waiting frantically trying to get, you were like in a queue. Would you understand? Can you please confirm?
Yeah.
You did your best. You did your best to not show me how upset you were. You tried to be the strong one for both of us, but we both knew what was happening. He says, I love you very much. You're a very kind person, much like me in many ways. Don't feel like you're alone. You're not alone. I'm around you a lot. I'm around you a lot. And he's giving me, these are not his words, but he's giving me the feeling that he would have been coming in. You're getting messages from him lately. And that's one of the reasons why you're calling in today, is because you have been getting messages and you wanted to get a confirmation on that. Most of which, well, there's two ways that you're getting them. One is sensing his presence, and the other one is in your dreams. Would you understand, please?
Yeah.
So he's confirming that that is him, and he wants you to know that. That's why he's calling on you today or saying hello to you today. I'm going to see if there's anything else. He's just trying to confirm the fact that you have been receiving messages from him and that they are from him, because that's your primary reason for wanting this connection today. And I'm seeing if there's any, I feel like it's a completion there. If somehow that's all he wants to say, but let me just see something. Okay, well, I already know that. I know one of your daughters is getting married, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. In June, or was supposed to get married in June of this year. Is that correct, love?
We're waiting to see what's going to happen.
Yeah. He's bringing my attention to that. Just say something about it. Everything will be fine, he says. You don't need to worry about anything. Well, what's going to happen with the timing of the wedding, please? She will take the time she is given. Let me see if he wants to tell me more than that. She's going to be relocated to a different time, and I believe she's going to take a different time a little farther out. Probably September, something like that. And I believe they're already looking into it right now, and he's advising that he sees that. He feels it probably the best thing to give everybody peace of mind. So if you're thinking of that, that would be a good thing to do.
Oh, okay.
Okay, honey? So let's see where that goes, all right?
All
right, Diana. Thank you so much, honey, for calling in.
Thank you.
Thank you, honey. Bye-bye. Okay, and so with that, we are going to go to Amy. I hope Amy's there.
Hi, Laura.
Oh, good. I'm glad I got you. Sometimes you step away or something happens. Hi.
I know.
Hi.
Hi.
So how are you faring during this most challenging time of coronavirus? How are you doing?
You know, Laura, I don't know why, but I have been extremely happy. I've been getting rid of things. I don't know what to say. I just feel, like we're making great changes in the world, and it's just as painful as it is for many of us. I feel like it's making us grow in ways and developing muscles we didn't know we had.
I agree.
But I don't mean as salt on the wound. I don't mean it that way, so please know that.
No. This is a very positive time, and one of the things is it's giving people a chance to reflect on, well, first of all, have more empathy, come together, to cooperate, to create oneness, to connect with higher power, to connect with each other. And another thing is it gives us time to reevaluate ourselves, our lives, what we're doing. Like you're doing, releasing clutter, as you said, or get your life together. And it's taken pressure off of us to be busy all the time. I mean, going from busyness to not having anything to do can be very, it's like going to a spiritual retreat. Okay, so do you have any specific question that you want to ask?
You know, I'm at a point, I think, as you know, in life, as what am I going to do now? I'm healing my body, and I just feel like my whole plan of new, I guess I think I'm ready. I'm thinking to write a book now where the universe is saying, well, we're really stepping down on you because you have a lot on your shoulders and you need to do life differently. Do you have any clarity about that, or whatever you pick up from the spiritual world?
Sure, let's see what we get for Amy. You're supposed to be starting something new right now, and everything is falling into place for you. They are showing me that your third eye is opening a lot. You've been getting a lot of messages, psychic messages, about your health, about healing, about what you want to do with others, to others, around others. There's a great sense of mastery coming to you and a sense of opening doors, empowerment. Also, the release of fear and walking through that portal has happened. As you already mentioned, when you had that accident, it sort of forced you into a new way of being, a new lifestyle. You're no longer going to be even able to fake doing something you no longer like doing. So it's a very miraculous time for you, Amy, from what I can see. And I want to remind you and everybody that's listening that this is the time more than ever to align with your authentic self and create your life around that. The more you do that, the more happy you will be, and the more powerful you will be, and you will no longer be you, Amy, be bereft of energy, lacking energy. You'll have as if you're plugged into something much greater than yourself that will be leading and guiding you forward. So it's a happy time.
Thank you. I agree. It really, for some reason, I feel extremely happy that I've felt in a long time. And my dreams have been powerful. And
that's always good.
I have to thank you, Laura, because when I had my accident, I called you. And you were just a gift to hear your voice. Was enough to get me going to go to the emergency room a few weeks ago. So, Laura, you're just a wonderful soul, and I thank you.
Thank you, honey. Just to let everybody know, a couple of weeks ago, out of the blue, Amy called me. I don't get calls from Amy very often, especially at that time of the day. It's kind of like in the morning. And she had a terrible fall in her house. And her body was in such shock that she couldn't move. She didn't know what to do. She was really scared to death. And I kind of was shocked too, but I told her she's got to get to the hospital. So she did, and you're recovering now. I'm so glad to hear that, honey.
Yeah, thank you so much. And just so you know, I was just pushing buttons. I was on that floor for probably 3 hours that morning. And by the time I reached you, I was just pushing numbers. And I was so grateful I was able to push your number. Because I was in post-traumatic stress disorder. I really was. I was exhausted, hungry, just laying there in agony.
Absolutely.
And I couldn't help. So, Laura, you're just wonderful. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you, honey. I'm going to let you go now. Thanks so much, honey, for your interest. Thank you, honey. Okay, so now we're going to go. I think there's somebody who wants a mediumship reading. And that's, oh, no, not necessarily. Miss M, can you call me on Skype? No, I can't now, honey. Not now. Because I'm using everything. I'm using all the aspects. I'm not on my phone doing this. I'm going to go to Chrissy. I also have Nathaniel waiting here. And Miss M, I can't call you on Skype. I'm not sure how you thought that would work. Oh, and let me just say to everybody, if you would like, let me go back to the video again, just to say this. If you would like to get a reading, and I see there's somebody, Mandarava. Hi, Mandarava. This is how you do it. You have to email psychicmediumlaura@gmail.com, and in the subject line, put your phone number so I can find you. Okay, so I'm going to go to Chrissy now. And here we go.
Hello.
Hey, Chrissy, how you doing?
Hi, Laura. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. So I don't want to ask how you are because you'll spill the beans and then I'll know everything about you. So don't think I'm being impolite. I just want you to ask you a question, darling. Okay?
Okay. I just basically wanted either a mediumship connection or just a general um, reading on anything about me, like with my health or anything like that you may have.
Sure. Well, I kind of feel there's a father for you in spirit, that you were very close, either grandfather or father, very close with this father figure. Okay, I'm going to give you a little more info on him, and then we'll see where we go with this. But would you understand that you were close with a father figure in the past in your life? Yes?
Yes.
Okay. This particular person is showing me that he liked to smoke, but it looks like a cigar. Would you understand, please, for any of your grandfathers or father, please? I'm trying to narrow it down.
No.
Okay, nobody smoked.
Smoked, yes, but not cigars.
That's fine. Whoever it is shows me a cigar also, so we'll just leave that on the side, but smoking definitely. There is one person here who was a little old. He says a little older than the others in spirit. He was the first one of your grandparents, grandfathers to transition. So it's not your father, it's a grandfather. Okay?
Okay.
And that you knew him very well when you were growing up, and you used to sit on his lap, and sort of like daddy's little favorite kind of thing. You were sort of his favorite, if you will. He shows me thick hair. He's not thinning on the top of his head. He has thick hair. Looks like he's wearing glasses. He's got, it looks white, the hair, and he's got an Anglo-Saxon look to him. He's the one that smokes. He's slender build. He looks a little like Chris Christopherson, if you know what Chris Christopherson looks like. Do you know what Chris Christopherson looks like?
No, I'm sorry. I do not.
Well, he's got even features. He's got a nice nose, not too big for his face, not a big nose. It's even with everything. It's squared off, kind of chiseled features. His face is a little bit on the oval to roundish side, this particular man. He looks weathered and old and worn. He also looks like he's wearing clothes that would have been worn more in a rural to suburban setting. Then he's not showing me himself in like a suit and a tie. It's more in a casual kind of outfit, like dungarees and a shirt, that kind of a thing. Do you know any grandfather that would have looked like that? Can you remember, please?
I can't really remember, honestly. I'm sorry.
That's all right. Do you have a father in spirit, honey?
I do.
Did he smoke?
He did.
Did he look like that? You want me to say it again? Gray hair, not thinning, thick hair, a little bit of wave to it. Even features, nose not big, not small, nice face, chiseled features, good looking man.
A young, yes. Young, not white hair.
But when he was young, he had that face I'm talking about, is what you're saying. But when he got older, he had whitish hair?
No, not when he got older.
Okay.
I know.
All right. Trying to figure this one out. Well, let the record strike that I see hair that looks salt and pepper. There's some lightness to it. Now, that could be blonde, I guess. Maybe I'm getting the signal wrong. Maybe it's light brown hair. I don't know, but I'm seeing that. I see thick hair. It's not thinning. And did you ever see your father wear a beard, please?
No.
You never saw him wear one. All right. Would you remember your father having eyes that are a bit sunken in over a strong brow bone, please? Do you know what that
No.
means, honey? No?
No.
Oh, all right.
I know. I'm thinking my gears are going too. I'm trying to think who this could be.
Well, he's smoking. He's slender. He's good looking. Looks his high cheekbones, a nice nose. He's a very cordial individual. All right, and he's smoking, but in this particular case, he's smoking with a cigar, not a cigarette. Let me see if there's anybody else, not to get rid of him, but we'll just let him sit on the side for a moment. But you did lose your father when you were young. And he
Yes.
was not very good to you at all. That's what they're
No.
saying.
No.
There's a bad thing there, rift.
Yes.
He wants to make it up to you now. There's a problem in me connecting visually, but I believe I do have your father's here. We'll give a little more info on him. But there's a wanting to make that up or at least reconnect in some way with you. He says you were a good little girl. He said he did something to you that was very wrong when you were young. He took advantage of you in some way. He wants forgiveness if it could be in your heart, not only because of you, but because of him, because of the way he sees things now, knows the error of his ways. Now I'm going to try to go back a little bit. I want to go more to evidence, honey, of him rather than just a personal message. But when he says these things, can you please validate that?
Yes.
Wants to make it up to you somehow. He doesn't know how. Okay, Dad, what I need you to do, Dad, I need you. I know he's frantic. Your father is frantic for forgiveness. I just want you to know that. Frantic. So I want you to calm down, soul and spirit, Daddy. And I want you to just give me evidence and then we'll move forward with your personal message. Okay? Like, what did your hair look like? What did you look like? You did smoke. She knows that. There was a breakup there. He was taken away from you when you were at a young age. You know that, right?
Yes.
Taken away from you. He didn't die from that breakup, but he did die later on in life. But at that time when you were younger, he was removed from your life and you never quite got over that, he says. He's here now to make retribution to you in the way he should have done when he was on earth. He did not take care of himself well. He was a very misbegotten soul. He did not like himself very much, and he did not know how to be nurturing to others, including you and including himself. He's gotten over a lot of that now. He's healed a lot in the soul space that he's in. He wants to ask for your forgiveness again. He says, you're a beautiful woman, beautiful young woman. He says, please take care of yourself for me. Daddy says, forgive me. Forgive me. He says, if there's any way I could ever change what I did, I would do that. But he says, you know, I can't. What I did to you was wrong. Please forgive me, though, as best you can. Not for me, but more for you. You'll heal that way, and you'll feel better about yourself, and you'll move forward in your life the way you're supposed to as a very special woman, very special girl. You'll always be my girl. Okay, so he does not want to show me physically as much as give this verbal message. And, I have to let the souls do what they want to do to a certain extent. I can push and, try to probe and get all this stuff. But the main thing is that he wants to just say he's sorry. The evidence is that he did something to you that he shouldn't have. He was taken away from you. And that this I didn't get a confirmation, but he says he did not take good care of himself this past life. And I got the feeling that he had personal issues. I get the feeling, if you would show me a little more, I can give you more, that he was not really a very responsible individual to himself or others. He took advantage of others when he could. He lied, didn't tell the truth a lot of the time. And at times he was just unsavory in many, many ways. Would you understand that, please?
Yes.
Nothing like you, he says. You're a good person, good girl. Your mother took great care of you and she did the right thing. She was brokenhearted when he had to leave you because she did not want to have to break the family up the way she did, but she had to for your good as well as, he says, his own. I think let me just make sure I get that right. She had to do that for your good as well as her own good. Uh, and she knows that she did the right thing, but it broke her heart to have to do that to you. Because you'd be without a father, right? Broke her heart. He says, your mother loves you so very much. I know you respect her and you get along with her, and I'm so happy for that. Half a parent is better than no parent. At least half a parental figure is better than no parent at all. So at least you had her this past lifetime. I give you all my love. Please take care of yourself for me. And I thank you from the bottom of my heart for hearing me out this evening. I hope that my coming through this way can be somewhat instrumental in you gaining more confidence in your life and where you're going. He says eventually you will get ahead in a way that you're wanting to get ahead, more money coming to you, more autonomy coming to you, and a better life ahead. Your children, and one child in particular, are growing up much faster than they should. Please take care of them for me. Don't let them out of your sight. They're beautiful like you. They have a lot of potential, but let them have their childhood first. I don't know what he means by that, but there must be, maybe one of them is a little bit precocious, or both of them are, or something. Do you know what he means by that?
My daughter, she's a little too wise for her age.
Oh, okay.
She's very mature for her age.
Okay.
And we've been talking about, she's growing up too fast.
Oh, all right. So he's here. He's given you some very accurate messages. This mediumship session is a little different than some of the other ones because there's a little block there in my ability to see him, but hearing him is coming through very clearly. And it's funny, Chrissy, the way all this works. Each mediumship session is very unique depending on the soul and also the relationship with the sitter and everything else. They all can be quite different. This was a first for me where it comes in this way. I want to thank you so much, Chrissy, for allowing Spirit to be of service to you.
Thank you, Laura. I'm so grateful to you.
Thank you, honey. I'm grateful to you as well, love. Thank
Have
you.
a good night.
Thanks, honey. Bye-bye. Okay, so we're nearing the end of our time. However, I will take, let's just see, one more person. Somebody who's not called me a lot. Somebody who's not asked me a lot. All righty. My phone is charging. Miss M, you're driving me crazy. I wanted to know about Nick. I don't know who Nick is. Is she there? I'm going to try to do something if I can get her. Hey, Miss M, are you listening? Make a comment, please. And I'll give you a quick message. All right, if she doesn't do that, then let's see. Chrissy, Marie, you need to send an email. Thank you, Chrissy. Let's see if there's anybody else here that wants to get a quick message. You have a hi there. I won't do it if you're not there anymore. So whoever writes a comment and I see it with a quick question, I'll answer it as best I can this way, and then we will adjourn. Anybody doing that? No. Okay, so what I'm going to do then is I'm going to call Nathaniel if I can get through to him, and that'll be fine. Nathaniel, my friend. See if I could see that phone number better. Nathaniel.
Hi, Laura.
Hi, honey. How are you?
I'm doing great.
Good. Wonderful. Did you have a question for Spirit this evening?
Well, I wanted to see if you could bring Mom or Dad through.
Okay. Let's see what we could do with that, Nathaniel. You need a lot of love right now, Mommy says. Your mommy in Spirit says. I already know a lot about your mother, that she has had red hair, and she used to wear it long. Remember we said that? You had agreed, right?
Yeah.
And she liked the piano very much. She was a piano music teacher of some sort. She played the piano. Yes, you understand?
Yes.
Mommy?
Yes.
And also, Well, this is a little different. I know she died of cancer. I think we had already confirmed that, correct? Okay. But
Yeah.
she's showing me something a little different now. That she would have carried a bit of extra weight on her body. But yet she did have a figure. She had a waistline. So she's kind of got an hourglass figure, but a bit of extra weight on her. Would you understand, please, for Mom?
She was kind of skinny later. She smoked a lot of cigarettes, so she kind of, smoked and missed meals. But I think in the earlier days,
Maybe earlier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In the earlier days, I think she had more weight on her.
Yeah. She shows right now as having an hourglass figure. So I'll just say that to you. In other words, full on the top, full in the hips, a bit of a waist, and a nice waistline. She says she was a very good looking woman in her youth, and many people told her that she was very pretty or attractive or beautiful. She says you look quite a bit like her, actually, a very handsome man, and she loves you so very much. She says that you did take care of her at the end of her life when she was around you, that you were there for her when she was sick and ill. She wasn't alone because you were there. Would you know that, please? Can you please confirm?
Perfect, yeah, right on.
She loves the fact of how you did care for her. She'll always be indebted to you for that. She says you're a beautiful, kind soul, my beautiful son, Nathaniel. Please take care of your health right now. I know you're getting better. And I know what happened. By the way, he had cancer, by the way, everybody, colon cancer. But your lungs are not good right now. Something going on with your lungs also. Now, are you having a problem with your lungs? She's saying you're having a problem with your lungs.
A little bit, yeah, now. It's kind of a new thing here.
Oh, I can hear a little nasal there. Well, you know that you're in a high risk category for coronavirus, right?
I am. I'm staying inside now. I mean, for a few weeks now, I guess it's at high point.
Exactly. So let's just see if she's worried about you with that. No, no, no. She says, I'm not worried about you so much as I just want you to take care of your health.
Yeah.
Please get out with friends as much as you can, after this is over. You are a little sick right now. I know you are. That nasal congestion is getting to you. She says it's not, it's not coronavirus. That's what she says. You're going to go to a doctor if you go. You know that it's not, honey? You know it's not?
I don't, but, I thought she said she did, so I'm really not thinking I'd probably over it if I had it, but.
Well, I just want to remind you that these are psychic messages, and if you think you're sick, go to a doctor. You know what I mean? If anything I say that you can validate, of course, but if you can't validate it, then go to a doctor, whatever. I always try to keep it real, everybody. I always try to give real messages that can be validated, and I try to keep it out of the pie in the sky to the reality of our dimension. Okay, let's just see what her final message is to you. She wants you to take care of yourself right now with your health. She says you are getting out more with friends. You have more friends than you used to. This is a big picture thing, not a little picture thing. It's like now you've kind of blossomed socially. You have more friends than you ever did before. Would you understand that, please?
Yeah.
Okay, and she says you like and love your life very much. She says, I'm very proud of you for getting ahead as you have, pulling yourself out of the muck and the mire that you used to be in, making a life for yourself. And now that you're getting better and healthier, everything is going to continue to get better. Take care of yourself for me, your loving mother. And there's an S name in there. Well, I know your last name is, well, I won't say it, is an S name, but do you know anyone with the name Sonia?
Sonia, no, well, there's one thing, no, her name's not, her name's like me, and I don't know any Sonia.
All right, well, I just hear the name Sonia, write it down and make some sense to you in the future, okay, my friend?
Yeah.
All right, love.
Thank you, Laura. Bye-bye.
Thank you, honey. Be well. Thank you. Bye-bye. Okay, everybody, I appreciate you attending virtually. This is, hopefully I make this fun for people. It's fun for me to do, and hopefully it's fun for you as well. I cannot say I'm going to do this every week. We'll see. I'm going to update or may move the time around, things like that. Right now I'm planning next week, but keep tuned to see what I post. Okay? Thanks, everyone.